The 4th generation of Pokemon is my personal favorite generation, and the Sinnoh region as a whole is one of my favorite regions as well. Today I'll be looking at some of the weird places that can exist in the Sinnoh region, most of which you never even have to visit or interact much with through normal gameplay. I'm going to be excluding any event-only areas since those events are long gone by now, and just focus on places you can visit right now if you wanted to in your copy of Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum. First up, we have the Pokmon Mansion, which is one of my personal favorite areas in Sinnoh. It's located on Route 212, and you'll know you're near it when you see a bunch of security guards roaming around to protect it. The mansion is owned by Mr. Backlot, who brags about his trophy garden behind the mansion, which has some wild Pokemon that aren't normally native to the Sinnoh region. It's said that Mr. Backlot imports these Pokemon and releases them to his garden himself, but he really wants everyone to think that Pokemon are just drawn to his garden. Inside the mansion though, there's Mr. Backlot's office, which has a special statue that's being guarded and you can't touch. And the rest of the mansion, there are just a few different rooms with beds and a lot of maids throughout. There's maids on either side blocking off what looks like side exits, however they don't lead anywhere and they don't ever move. Now if we head towards Canalave City, there's a boat that's docked that'll take you over to Iron Island. I'm sure that most of the people watching this video went to Iron Island when they first played through Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum, but you actually don't ever have to visit Iron Island at all. The main reason you'd want to go there is to meet Riley and battle some Team Galactic Grunts and level up some of your Pokemon. Once you and Riley are finished, he will also give you an egg, which will eventually hatch into a Riolu. If you're playing Platinum version, you can also come here to find Registeel later on if you have a Regigigas in your party. One of the first towns you'll visit through your journey in the Sinnoh region is Floroma Town. If you head towards the back of the town and through some trees, you'll find a house and a ledge with a lot of flowers on the other side. If you head east, then across this bridge, you'll find some water to your left. If you surf there, follow the water all the way to the end and get off, you'll be able to head down through this entrance, and you'll be on the other side of Floroma Town, on the other side of all those flowers. This is the Floroma Meadow, and there really isn't too much to do here aside from find a few items like the Leaf Stone. While the Floroma Meadow didn't have too many buildings or any people really, the next place is pretty much a town, except it doesn't have town or city in its name, and you can't fly directly here in Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum. If you head west of Sunnyshore's City, you'll find what looks like a town spanning across the Valor Lakefront in Route 213. Now you'll have to pass through this area in order to progress in the game normally and get to Sunnyshore's City where you would obtain the 8th gym badge, but you could just ignore most of this area and progress just fine throughout the game. I've always liked this area of Sinnoh though. It has unique building designs, a pool, and seems like the ideal vacation spot for the Sinnoh region. There's even a pseudo Pokemon Center like building with the Hotel Grand Lake where you can heal your Pokemon. This area also features a restaurant known as the 7 Stars Restaurant, which can be used to battle against some trainers in double battles to level up some of your Pokemon. There's another side quest like thing you can do here with a woman who's missing their key, and if you find her key you'll be able to enter her cottage. In Diamond and Pearl, if you return the key to her, she'll also give you a lava cookie, which is one of the very few ways where you could obtain a lava cookie in the Generation 4 games. One of the cooler residents of this area though is the Game Freak director who lives in one of the buildings. It's a rather strange place for a Game Freak director to live in a Pokemon game since typically they can be found in their own separate building with other Game Freak employees in some sort of Game Freak office, but instead this time he's found in some sort of vacation home. I've always wondered why they didn't just make this area into a town since it is a pretty convenient place to fly to. Now one of the more influential parts of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl upon their release were that they were the first main series Pokemon games to feature some sort of online connectivity thanks to the Nintendo DS. The official servers have since been shut down unfortunately, but one feature that I remember using a lot online was the underground area. Once you get the Explorer's Kit item, you can just use it in just about anywhere in the Sinnoh region to go to the underground version of that area. Once you're down there, you can set up a secret base, explore around and find some items, and even play some mini games like a Capture the Flag minigame with friends online. The strangest thing about this place though is that when you're wandering through this area, you actually have to play on your bottom screen as opposed to the normal top screen that the player usually appears on. We haven't had a place quite like this in the main series Pokemon games ever since, and I really hope that something like the underground area returns in a future Pokemon game, perhaps maybe a Diamond and Pearl remake if we ever actually get one. Now for one of the more well-known places, we have the Old Chateau, located towards the end of the Eterna Forest. The Old Chateau is the Sinnoh region's token creepy area, with most regions have, such as the Pokemon Tower in Lavender Town, and Mount Pyre in Hoenn. Inside the Old Chateau you'll find some wild Ghost-type Pokemon, the Dread Plate which is useful for Ghost-type Pokemon, and some creepy characters like this girl. She'll appear in the room farthest to the right, if you're in the room next to it. You'll see her through the walls and you won't be able to move around when you see her, however you'll notice that she'll just walk right out. Aside from that, the main appeal of this area is to catch the Pokemon Rotom in order to complete your Pokedex, and this is the only place in Diamond and Pearl where you can catch one. And the final place I want to discuss is the Silesian Ruins, located right next to Silesian Town. This cave is reminiscent to the ruins of Alpha in the Chateau region, since this is where you can find the Pokemon Unknown. This is yet another link between the Sinnoh and Johto regions, further suggesting that these two regions are located near each other, with the most likely situation being Sinnoh located just north of Johto, or possibly just north of Johto and just north of Kanto, slightly in between the two. This opens up a whole can of worms with Pokemon geography, something that seems to be coming up a lot in my videos lately and something that I should probably make a separate video about, but at the very least the existence of the Silesian Ruins gives us a better indication as to where the Pokemon regions are located geographically. Now if you're playing Pokemon Platinum version, you can find a couple of the evolutionary stones here, as well as the HM for Defog, which was moved here from Diamond and Pearl. If you manage to capture the entire unknown alphabet here, you'll be able to find the unknown question mark and unknown exclamation point as well in a different area. And those are just some of the weird places in Sinnoh, most of which you don't ever have to actually visit through normal gameplay. As much as I love the Sinnoh region, there's a lot less weird places in it compared to something like the Hoenn region or Unova, both of which are regions I've already made videos on, which I'll link in the description in case you guys want to go check them out, which I highly recommend if you enjoyed this video. Now there are quite a few other weird places in Sinnoh like the Sea Break Path, however these places all require event only items or event only Pokemon which can't easily be obtained anymore. Let me know in the comments down below which one of these weird places were your favorite, as well as any other weird places I could have missed in the Sinnoh region in this video, or any other weird places from other regions that you happen to enjoy. Consider leaving a like as well, as helps the channel a ton and keeps YouTube promoting the channel, which is great, and consider subscribing so you don't miss any future Pokemon videos from my channel. And with all that being said, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you all next time, and bye bye.